Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day, everyone. This lecture is designed specifically to help you face challenges and questions similar to those in the International Biology Olympiad, IBO. Our goal today is not only to choose the right answer, but to learn how to think, analyze, and reach the answer through scientific reasoning. And in the Olympiad, questions don't test memorization. No. They test your ability to apply knowledge in new situations. Together, we will read the question, understand what is being asked, analyze the choices, and eliminate incorrect answers to reach the correct decisions. This method is a scientific skill used in research, laboratory, and university, not only in exams. I want you to treat each question like an experiment, as if you are scientists searching for a logical, evidence-based explanation. Enjoy the thinking processes. Mistakes are not the end, but steps toward deeper understanding. Today we continue our journey in biology phase 1, focusing on a deeper understanding in whole concepts. Today we will deal with the questions that follow the IBO style, which require thinking and analysis rather than memorization. Our goal is to understand the scientific reasons behind the answer, not just reaching the answer. Every question is an experiment, data and conclusion. You don't just choose, you decide. Let's move on at the first exercise. And the question asks, when we describe any living organism as autotrophic, these organisms can... Let's first analyze this question. So the question measures your understanding of one of the key concepts in energy flow. What is it? It's autotrophic organisms. So that regarding to energy flow. Okay, autotrophic organisms. And let's remind you, autotroph, it means that organism can produce its own food. Okay, now let's see the options and let's analyze them one by one. Let's start with A. A says get energy from organic sources. Okay, think about it. That definition is not suitable for autotrophic. It's more suitable with heterotrophs. So that would be wrong, the first one. Okay, the other one, convert energy from sunlight into chemical energy. Okay, that's what we need. Yes, so convert energy from sunlight to chemical energy. That's what we called it, photosynthesis. So that one, yes, it's right. Let's move on. Depend on the energy produced by other creatures. That definition is suitable with consumers, not autotrophics. So that one would be wrong as well. Last one, live in isolation from other organisms. There's no means with isolation with the definition of autotrophs, so that would be also wrong. And there's other one, it's use only soil elements. Think about it also. We have autotrophs example as plant. Plant, yes, needs soil, but not just soil. It needs light, water, carbon dioxide. So not just soil materials. So this will also would be wrong. So the right answer would be convert energy from sunlight into chemical energy. Okay, so this is the right answer. Let's have another exercise. The question says, Organisms that have not changed in thousands of years may. Okay, the question concept is, if an organism remained the same for thousands of years, it means its design is already successful for survival. Did you get it? So this usually happens when the environment doesn't change much. Let's analyze the option. Okay, let's analyze A first. B, poorly adapt. Why that one would be incorrect? Because if it were poorly adapt, it wouldn't survive for thousands of years. You got it? Okay, let's move on to B, mate more often. So it's mean reproduction rate doesn't explain evolutionary stability. So also that would be incorrect. Okay, let's move on to another one. Be fierce competitors. That's mean competition alone is not a reason for no change in evaluation. So that also would be wrong. What about D? Live in stable environments. Okay, and I see this is right. Why? Because a stable environment means no need for a new adaptation. So that would be all right. Let's see E. E says don't depend on plants. Why that would be incorrect? Because food source alone doesn't explain evaluationary stability. So the correct answer would be D, live in stable environments. Okay, let's move on to another one. Although the function of each organ shown in the attached picture is different, they share one principle that makes them more efficient in carrying out their functions. What is this principle? Okay, let's understand the question first. Here we are looking for a principle that improve the efficiency of exchange with the environment, like absorption, gas exchange, or neutrons uptake. Okay, that's what we are looking for. And let's analyze the picture. Here, the picture says, here, intestinal villi increase the surface area for absorbing digested food. Root hairs increase the surface area for absorbing water and minerals from soil. Okay? And fish gills, it's increased the surface area for exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay? We now understand the picture. So let's see the options that we have it now. Okay, first one is A, resists mechanical shocks. So is this the principle that we are looking for? No, it's not related. Why? Because none of these structures are designed mainly for shock protection. So this is not suitable. So it's incorrect. What about increase the surface area? Yeah, we spoke about it. So this matches all the images. Increasing surface area improves efficiency. Okay, let's keep going. Large number of cellular organelles, that would be also unrelated because organelles inside the cells don't explain these structures. Okay, maintaining moisture, also that would be incorrect. Why? Because moisture is helpful but not the main shared principles here. You got it. So the right answer would be B, increase the surfaces area. So great scientists notice patterns like this, completely different organs sharing the same design idea for maximum efficiency. Let's keep going, having another exercise. The questions asks, one of the scientists who experimented with algae using ultraviolet rays was able to produce new mutant cells that don't contain chloroplast. To preserve these cells alive, the scientist had to. Before we showing the options, let's understand the core of the question first. So, chloroplast allow cells to perform photosynthesis and produce their own food. Without the chloroplasts, the cell cannot make glucose. Okay, so let's see the options and let's analyze them. Okay, A, provide them a light with high intensity. Why that one would be wrong? So, if the cell lacks chloroplast, light is useless because there's no photosynthesis machinery. So that would be wrong. Okay, let's keep going. Keep them in the dark. Darkness doesn't solve the problem because the cell still needs energy and nutrients to survive. So that also be wrong. Okay, let's move on. Provide them with a sugar solution. Yeah, here. Yes, because since they cannot make glucose, they must receive ready-made sugar from outside. So that right. Let's move on. Let's keep going. Give them chlorophyll. Chlorophyll alone doesn't create chloroplast. It's only a pigment, not the full organelle. So that also be wrong, incorrect. Last one, increase the temperature. Okay, temperature has nothing to do with solving the absence of chloroplast. So the correct answer is to provide them with a sugar solution. Okay, so this question teaches us a powerful concept. Organisms that lose that ability to make their own food must rely on external sources. Like here, we give their a sugar solution. So similar to the difference between autotrophs and heterotrophs. Don't forget that. Let's move on. First, before we start anything, let's see the graph first. Okay, so the graph shows the relationship between photosynthetic here, right? Okay, and temperature. So based on this result, let's see now, which species from A to D, okay, here A, B, C, D, is best adapt to Arctic conditions where the growth season's temperature doesn't exceed 8 centigrade. Okay, because it's very, very cold here. So to understand the question, we are looking for the species that achieves its highest photosynthesis rate at low temperature, no more than 8 centigrade. So let's analyze the graph again. So on the graph, species as shown its highest photosynthesis at very low temperature and decreases as temperature rise. This means A is adapted Arctic cold environment. That one. Okay. And let's now see the answer. I already tell you that. But is it the right answer? Okay, let's see. So we said before A is right because it's fit the required of achieving at 8. Okay, so here it's achieving that. So A, it's right answer. B, okay, no, because it increases at higher temperatures, not suitable for Arctic climate. Okay, so that would be incorrect. C, it's both C and D. No, because both show better performance in warm conditions. What about D? D also incorrect because performs better at warmer temperature. Okay, the last one, E, A and B. No, it contains one correct A and one wrong, it's B. So it's not right. Okay, that would be wrong. Okay, think about that. A species survival is not about being the strongest, but about being the most well adapted to the environment. Let's keep going with the exercise. We always look at white blood cells and amoebias as similar. Read the following statement about them. Okay, let's analyzing the statement. Okay, guys, for step by step. First statement said amoebia and white blood cells don't move. So that would be incorrect because both can move using zidiopodia. Okay. Okay, let's see the other statement. Statement number 2. Amoebia and white blood cells have genetic materials. That's for sure. It's right. Okay, because both of them contain DNA inside the nucleus. So they are right. Okay. 3. Amoebia and white blood cells can change their shapes. Also that's right. This is right because changing shape helps them engulf particles. Okay. Statement number 4. Amoebia and white blood cells have a cell membrane. Also that's right. Yes. So both are single cells surrounded by a membrane. Okay. So, which of the previous statements are correct? Let's see them. And now we have a much better idea. And before we go for it, let's analyze the picture. And the image shows both amoebia and white blood cells extending zidiopodia. Okay. And this confirms they move and change shape similarly. So, obviously, the right answer would be, what is it? What is it? It's it's yes, D. It's the right answer because we have 2 correct, 3 correct, and statement number 4 correct. So the thing that's what all these, it's D. Also, see that 2 different organisms may look and behave similarly because they involved similar solutions to survive. Like here, amoebia and white blood cells. With the last exercise, the question asks, which of the substances in the pictures represent what the plant needs to conduct photosynthesis? Uh, let's understand the question first. Photosynthesis requires 2 main raw materials. Carbon dioxide, let me write them down to you here. It needs photosynthesis, as we said, it's need 2 things, carbon dioxide and sure water, H2O. Okay, so carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil. And plants do not require oxygen as a raw material. Instead, oxygen is a product of photosynthesis. And let's analyze the picture. Image number 1, it's carbon dioxide required for photosynthesis, so we need that. Okay. Number 2, it's glucose crystals. This is a product, not a requirement, so we don't need that. Number 3, oxygen is produced, not consumed, so we don't need that. And finally, water, yes, requires for photosynthesis. So obviously now let's see the options. So immediately after we see that, we said the right answer is, it's D, 1 and 4. Okay, carbon dioxide and water. The materials entering a process are not always the same as the material leaving it. Understanding input versus output is key in biology and engineering. As we said here, photosynthesis, and why photosynthesis is related to cellular respiration. This slide marks the conclusion of our session, and it reflects our appreciation for your attention and engagement, because the success of learning depends on your participation. The phrase "thank you" is not just the end, it's the beginning of a journey of thinking, analyzing, and overcoming challenges in upcoming competitions. Take from this lecture a skill, not only information, the skill of thinking in the AIBO way. Your presence here means you are among a selected elite and that you carry the responsibility of representing your country in scientific competitions. Our message to you: learn deeply, analyze smartly, and think differently. Talented is not just knowing the answer, but understanding why it's the right one. So, inshallah, we are looking forward to see you in phase 2. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.